Yo, in my first ever YouTube video that I uploaded last month, I talked about the problem with football punditry and football coverage in what I referred to as the social media age. Since then, I have only been covering Liverpool games, but in this video, I'd like to delve a little bit deeper into this topic by putting the spotlight on Sky Sports cover star, Gary Neville. Before I get into today's video, I wanted to let people know that I have been checking my humble channel's analytics and noticed that my watch time from subscribers is 2.2%, which means that 97.8% of people who have tuned into my first few videos have not yet subscribed. If the content isn't for you, or you can't forgive my lack of basic editing skills, then of course I do not expect you to subscribe. But if you do enjoy my videos, then please do consider subscribing, or at the very least, give this video a like, just to let me know if you enjoyed it, found it insightful, or just to let me know that I'm heading in the right direction with these videos. When you have 17 subscribers, every subscriber makes a huge difference. So let's get into today's video. Gary Neville is a former Manchester United captain and England's most capped right back. Despite being the butt of many jokes about his ability as a player, he's undoubtedly one of the best fullbacks that the Premier League and England has ever seen. Cristiano Ronaldo once hailed Gary Neville as the most professional player that he'd ever worked with, which is high praise. Gary Neville joined Sky Sports as a match analyst for the 11-12 Premier League season before transitioning into some co-commentary as well. Please allow me another quick early segue to briefly mention Sky Sports. I think anyone with a modicum of intelligence has noticed that Sky Sports has become a tabloid newspaper in TV form, where insight and tactical analysis is at a premium, and drumming up controversy and interest for clicks seems to be their new model. Perhaps they've looked at the success of AFTV, Mark Goldbridge and the likes of these YouTubers and constantly chosen to change how they cover football. Anyway, back to Gary Neville. I think it's fair to say that he was initially very well received in his new role, even by Liverpool fans like me who didn't have much love for him as a player. His match analysis was insightful, and he brought first-hand experience which really helped him quickly build credibility as a pundit. His passion and enthusiasm for the game made his analysis both engaging and entertaining. I particularly enjoyed his relationship with Jamie Carragher. I've always enjoyed Monday Night Football, and I think for a long time they managed to strike the right balance between insight and entertainment. Although I do think Monday Night Football has lost its flow since adding a third pundit. I don't mind Karen Carney, but I find her contributions to the show a little bit stiff and rehearsed. Outside of punditry, Gary Neville has done a lot of great work for charity, which is worth mentioning. For example, himself and Ryan Giggs set up a hotel for the homeless for the winter of 2016. He put in security and management teams at his own expense and provided regular hot meals and access to showers for all of the residents. Access was also arranged to services such as mental health, drug and alcohol support. A cynic might have you believe that this was simply a PR move, but I get the sense that he genuinely cares about some of these issues. The most common criticism of Gary Neville's punditry is without a doubt bias. Many believe he is overtly biased towards his former club, Manchester United. Pundits are often biased in some way, we all are, but with Gary Neville, I get the feeling that his fandom takes precedence over his objectivity, which in his position really should never be the case. Hence, his professionalism when commenting or commentating on Manchester United games has been called into question on several occasions. I've also found him to be quite contrary in recent years, going against the general consensus and spinning it in a way that makes him sound like he's some sort of deep footballing philosopher. Perhaps he's trying to emulate TalkSport's Simon Jordan without choosing to expand on his vocabulary. I also get the feeling that Gary Neville likes to think that he's the smartest person in the room, but when Mika Richards and Graham Souness are the only other people in the room, then he might actually have a point. However, when he was in the same room as Ian Hislop on Have I Got News For You late last year, he was given a dressing down for his stock responses to taking the Qataris' money to work at the World Cup as a pundit after being so staunchly critical of a country with such an appalling human rights record hosting the tournament. That's been the theme of his punditry and actions for several years now: hypocrisy. When the Super League was announced, he spouted about corporate greed and seemingly ignoring the fact that he works for Sky Sports, a company that put free-to-air football behind a paywall in the 90s, and shares were given to the top 6 clubs in the Premier League to the tune of hundreds of millions, including his former club, Manchester United. Not only that, but his luxury hotel staff are paid minimum wage, with guests often spending more on a short stay than some of his staff actually make in an entire year. I believe that for the most part, Gary Neville is a well-intentioned person and pundit whose views on football have become so coloured by his own agenda and politics. I think the standard of his punditry correlates with the standard of Sky Sports punditry in general, in that it has been in decline for quite some time. I would genuinely like to know everyone else's thoughts on Gary Neville's punditry. What opinions have I expressed that you agree with? What do you disagree with? And what pundit or YouTuber would you like to see me cover next? Lastly, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like and click subscribe for more football related content. Thanks for watching.